I spent a lot of money on my camps, and then June 20 is gonna pay off. From that evolution, from 9 years ago, I can tell like we different fighters, definitely. You know, I'm a plus, I'm an A, and he's B. I'm surprised the way Van was managing the fight on the ground. He was super smart.
Dan Tom here with Home of Fight at Extreme Couture with Manel Kape, who headlines at June 20th's Paramount Plus event in the Apex opposite Kyoji Horiguchi. It's a rematch that's been almost 9 years in the making now, but we're here at Extreme Couture. Training camp's in full effect. You look great, Manel, but tell me, how do you feel?
Honestly, I feel good. I feel confidence. I feel very optimistic for this fight. You know, it's going to be totally different from the fight we had 9 years ago. And 100%, I feel the victory. I see the victory. The way I've been training, we are just preparing the victory.
Fantastic. And yes, it has been a long time, and I got to imagine you're a different fighter, and perhaps Kyoji for different reasons could be a different fighter, but really we've seen a real maturation and escalation in this recent winning streak of yours, Manel. I know you've been here at Extreme Couture. You've been upgrading your coaching staff from Eric Nixick and company and others as well. Can you tell us, how has that affected, your career from your perspective, moving here to Vegas, having the PI, the gym, all these things at your hands and disposal?
So, it's been very good since I moved from Thailand, because in Thailand it was a different fight as well. Because when I was fighting in the Rising a long time ago, I was just training in Angola in Africa when I moved from Europe, and then honestly I was just training myself with my cousin. We just bought the first training, and then moved to Thailand was the thing what I had to be a very professional team, and with AKA, and that time I was with Marcio Gracinha. It was amazing, and Mike Swick. And then moved to Vegas, of course, with all these equipment, all these bodies too, high-level fighters I've been training, high-level coaches, always with my coaches since beginning. And then, of course, with the UFCPI, it's been great, facility to be a better professional, not a fighter, just an athlete. That's the way I feel. I'm not feel just a fighter. I feel a very good athlete. In the way the sport it is. So, of course, I've been invest a lot in my camp. I spend a lot of money on my camps, and then all these investments, Saturdays. June 20 is gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off, and I believe that's the way you have to be.
Yeah, fantastic. And you mentioned the PI as well and being a professional. I think that's what really stands out. I mean, there's not much anybody can really criticize your game. You're a big fan favorite worldwide for a reason, Manel. However, if there's maybe been one hiccup, it's not even so much the fights. You're a great fighter. Maybe it's the scale sometimes, but you seem to have gotten that dialed in. Is that attributed to taking that step up, working with the PI? Have they been able to help you as far as the weight cuts go?
So. When I moved to UFC, I told the UFC that my weight is 135. Yeah. It's 135. So I missed 2 times. Of course, I missed 2 times the weight. What is sometimes it's normal, for some big guy like me that fought all his life 135, then moved to 125 to help this division, and I believe I've been helped this division very well, and I put some noise, and I put this division in a place they should be and be respected the way it is, Yeah, I have a help, of course, with the FPI, but I have my own nutrition as well, my own team that helped me a lot. So. It's been great. It's been great. I cannot complain too much. Basically, all these investments are gonna pay off.
Sure, and they look to be paying off already. I mean, we had your last fight against Brandon Royval. If I may say so, I have a good relation with one of your coaches, Eric Nixick, and boy, did it seem like your guys' game plan paid off to a T. But Manel, you were the fighter in there. How did it feel for you? It looked like an A+ performance from here, but how were you very satisfied with that last performance?
Of course, it was. I was very, very, very happy for that performance. That's the kind of performance that with a guy that fought twice, I think, for the belt, yeah. And the guy that was number one on the rankings. You know, putting him to sleep like this. You know, just show the level of the competition I am against them. So Brenner Hovai is a hell of a fighter. He's a good fighter, but it just showed that night that I'm in different level. And what I say, you know, I'm gonna drop him, and that was the first one to make him sleep like that. You know. And with Kyojin, it's gonna be different. It's not gonna be different. It's gonna be the same, you know. We have a great plan great game plan to him, and definitely I'm gonna be successful in that fight too.
Awesome. Now speaking of Kyoji, I'm glad you mentioned as far as the weight goes, you came from 135 because I don't think a lot of people realize that and realize the weight divisions. You know, one of your friends, Kai Asakura, who is fighting very soon, is moving back up to 135 after trying to. It's very tough to make that weight when your body's used to it. But you did fight in Rizin, of course, in Japan, and it was 9 years ago, close to 9 years ago, since you fought Horiguchi the first time. Of course, you guys are different fighters. So let me ask you, you predicted the same thing just now, but what do you think specifically is the difference for you going into this rematch, and what do you think is the difference for Horiguchi going into this rematch?
Honestly, I see a fight in him like the evolution of him. Of course, his stand is a very disciplined fighter. He's come from karate, but he's now 35 years old. You know, the power is gonna dictate a lot. The power to control the center of the ring. I'm gonna be there because I'm the powerful guy there, you know. Like I had so many options to finish this fight, you know. I'm just gonna be there and choose what option I had to finish him, because imagine 9 years ago I didn't have a team to do all this homework what I have right now, and right now I have. All the things what we're working, and that makes sense, you know, that open my eyes, open my game, and we see a lot of mistakes, you know, a lot of gaps that we can explore what he didn't have before. Someone to tell me what he had before a long time ago, you know, and even that it was the toughest fight of him 9 years ago was my fight against him, you know. So from that evolution from 9 years ago, I can tell like. We different fighters, definitely. You know, I'm a plus, I'm an A, and he's B.
All right, and it sounds like you were predicting a finish here, but of course you are training. You're looking good to go the 5 rounds. But am I correct? Are we predicting a finish for this fight?
Of course. I'm not a fighter that left the fight for the judges, and I'm gonna look for the finish. Third round sounds beautiful.
And last question about this fight. It's taking place in the Apex again. You've had some good history there as of late. The Apex, of course, is a smaller octagon. So let me ask you, for your style, for your sensibilities, Manel, do you prefer the smaller cage better, or do you prefer the bigger cage with the crowd that comes with it? Do you have any preference there?
It doesn't matter. Definitely, I love to fight against in front of the fans, you know. That's what excited me a lot. But right now, the Apex, they expand more. They expand to have more guests. So I'm gonna fight home. That's the most important thing, and I'm gonna enjoy. Take my time, and then finish this fight. That's the things what I'm looking for, and then be very focused and celebrate.
And you probably will have a lot to celebrate because I don't think it'll take much to sell the UFC or the fans for a title shot. Again, you're a very fan favorite fighter, Manel, and you've done the work and you have the resume to deserve it. So let me ask you, if it is a title shot next, it'll probably be in a big cage and a big crowd. But let's talk about the title picture before I let you go. We had Tyra versus Van. Of course, Van is now the flyweight champion after beating Alessandre Pantoja, and of course, a very kind of crazy first round outcome. But Van did go and beat Tyra. But let me ask you, what was your thoughts on that fight? Were you impressed with Van? Were you impressed with even Tyra in defeat? What was your thoughts on that fight?
No, I told that Van is going to beat Tyra, you know. I told that Van is going to beat Tyra. Tyra is a good fighter, but he's not, for that big moments, he don't have that experience. He's a great fighter. But he have a lot of holes, you know, in his game. And like, I was imagining this fight was against me. I'm gonna put him to sleep. But Van did his work. Like I say, Van is a good match to me. He's a good style, you know, for we fight. And this fight would be amazing for the fans as well, you know. Will be an amazing striking fight. You know, he's a two boat fight that I see I can beat him very. I can say very easily. You know, but yeah. Talking about the fight was something that I already see. Not impressed at all. You know, actually I was very surprised the way Van was managing the fight on the ground. He was super smart, take smoothly. You know, don't work too much. Don't take too much energy. He was smart. The kid was smart. He did a hell of a job. Congratulations to him. But definitely, I'm coming. I'm gonna focus on this fight, and then I'll definitely coming for who's gonna have the belt next time. I'll be there.
Awesome. I think that everybody be excited for a matchup between you and Van. I mean, I don't think there's a better striking matchup, not just in flyweight, in any division in the UFC. That's incredibly high level. So let me ask you lastly, obviously you're going to be gunning to make your statement to be next for the title shot on the 20th with your performance. But if they do give Pantoja the rematch, let me ask you, how do you predict a Van Pantoja rematch going? And who would you rather face? Would you rather have that amazing fight on paper with Van, or would you rather get that win back in the win column opposite Pantoja?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If Pantoja, after my fight, they give the fight for the Pantoja, of course he deserved. He was the champion. He defended his belt 4 times. There is no question to that. And after the fight, I can rest and wait who's the next champion. And the fight's going. Good luck to both. You know, I'm here to face whatever they put me to face. That's the way the champions should think. That's the way the champion should act. So. I see the belt on my wrist, you know, on my belt, and then yeah, doesn't matter who's gonna be there, you know. I know I'm gonna be the champion.
So the prediction is whoever wins that fight will simply just be holding the belt for you to have a chance.
100%. 100%.
Fantastic. That sounds like a man that's locked in, folks. Manel, I don't want to take up any of your time. I appreciate it. Before we go, the stage is yours. If you want to thank any coaches, family members, sponsors, anything you want, the stage is yours, sir.
No, I just want to say thank you to all my team, you know, everyone that supported me, the fans. It's been a hell of a good camp, you know. We are very focused. We are enjoying the camp. That's the most important thing. Happy and ready to make a big statement on June 20.
Fantastic. Thank you, Manel. Don't miss Manel Cap on Paramount Plus, fighting Kyoji Horiguchi June 20th in the Apex. Oh, man, thank you so much for your time, sir. Thank you.